He said, I'm praying for you in your dark place, that you would be enlightened in the way you understand your situation. I'm praying that the eyes of your understanding may be enlightened, that you may know what is the hope of his calling, what he hoped for when he planted you, what he hoped for when he exposed you to that dark place. He said, I want you to work with me on this. And in order for you to work with me, your understanding has to be enlightened. You have to have transformational thinking. You have to think about it differently. You have to see where you are as an incubator. It is not a destination, it's transportation. Recognizing, processing, using, and retaining where you are. I want to talk to you about your cognitive skills on a spiritual level. Are you learning what you need to be learning about life, about love, and about you? Or are you able to see information that you don't process effectively? And are you being retained from graduation because you are unable to learn what the last test was supposed to teach you? You can't be fruitful if you haven't found your seed. The teaching instinct is designed to get you to take an intrinsic look at you and how fearfully and marvelously made you are. And that you're not an accident, you're not a mistake. The only reason your life feels like a mistake is because you may have been misallocated, misplaced, misused, or abused, contorting yourself into something that you're not, trying to fit in to a place that you were not designed to be. Instincts is my way, my word that I use to get you to look in at how God has wired you and celebrate that and invest in that and educate that and inform that so that you can be the highest and best expression of what God created you to be. God. Now, I am telling you that you may be living your life off of your old truth. That the person that you think you are, it may not be the person that you are now. That you may have built all of your life's choices around who you used to be. And you may have new life on the inside, but still have old thinking on the outside. And you may not be the girl you look like you are. You may be wearing her clothes, but you may not be her anymore. And I'm wondering, do you have the cognitive skills to walk in the light of present truth? Or are you still walking in the light of how you used to see yourself? We have film business, the scripts are updated. And if the actors don't get new scripts, they will say old lines. And the old lines don't fit the new blocking. And if the actor doesn't get a daily is an updated script, they will perform today's scene with yesterday's lines. And I'm saying to you that I want you to receive a daily. Give us this day our daily bread so that you might be scripted for who you are now rather than who you used to be. Some of you haven't had an update in 10 years, and you still see yourself as if you were who you were, and you're still walking around like you're that little girl that you used to be. But I want to have a bar mitzvah this morning and tell you that little girl is gone, her pain is gone, her suffering is gone, her agony is gone, and it doesn't mean what it used to mean. It may be the same bread, it may be the same wine, but it doesn't have the same meaning. Transformation transformational thinking is changing the way you think about the same stuff you had. When are you going to find out what life is really all about? Or are you still in love with what you see on TV? Are you still trying to be loved like Ozzie and Harriet and some image and idea? Haven't you had enough experience to learn what life is really all about? Two broken people produce broken kids, and they have a broken experience in a broken house. And nobody's perfect. And nobody's got it together. And you keep throwing people away for being guilty of the same thing you're guilty of. You are angry at him for being human. You are angry at her for being human. When are you going to process old material in new light? You're still talking about the law of gravity, jumping up and down, throwing apples in the air and watching them fall, and everybody else is flying over your head in 747 jets because they're having transformational thinking, and you're still throwing apples up and down in the air saying this is true. Well, it is until you learn a higher truth. You are going to invest in what is true to you. Transformational thinking. I'm going to write it. I'm going to build it. And I'm going to invest in what is investing in me. I am going to support what is supporting me. And I am going to help what is helping me. I am going to start putting my investment in things that are true to what I am about.